Tomorrow and I subverts expectations with each of its stories, not only offering a series of twists that flip the narratives around but also ending the character's journey with no definite explanation of their actions, leaving an uncertain feeling about where they will go or what it means. Pulling from one of Netflix's best TV shows, the Thai horror anthology investigates the darkest version of 4 growing technologies that stem from a pressing issue in society. How each episode relates to the rest isn't apparent at first. However, the Tomorrow and I characters' motivations and tragic endings reveal the series' overarching message and themes. Noon's decision to stay in space even after getting the body he always wanted, Jess' drastic transformation from a radical sex entrepreneur to a worker who complies with oppressing gender norms, Monk Anek's loss of faith, Ultra's troubling materialization of religion, to the end of the world in Octopus Girl. Tomorrow and I's doomed protagonists reveal the limits of technology to fix and cure systemic issues in human society. Surprisingly, the only main characters who die are the 2 young girls, speaking for the last episode's bigger purpose and its references to the other stories in the show, who has joined a long list of 2020's anthology TV shows. Nont clones Noon. Nont changes his mind at Black Sheep's ending. Most of Black Sheep asks sci-fi's common question, which pertains to whether someone should bring back the dead if they have the means to do it. Up until the episode's biggest twist, the afflicted Nont is determined to clone his wife even despite her family's refusal, going as far as stealing her head to carry out the procedure. When his scientist friend, V, encounters a problem during the extraction and categorization of Noon's memories, the narrative cuts to a defeated Nont being caught by the police. 3 years later, Nont is released from prison and is met by a strange character who shares his name. The narrative then circles back to explain the events, revealing V discovered Noon was secretly transgender. He married Nont because he felt he could be himself, even if presenting as female. After V tells this to Nont, he is hurt but ultimately decides to clone Noon in the way he would have wanted to be, changing his chromosomes, so his body is now male. When Nont gets out of prison, Noon, now identifying as Nont, meets him, and they have a touching reunion where they honor their love and celebrate Noon not feeling at home in his body. Why Nont goes to space in Black Sheep's ending. Nont is forced to leave Thailand after his transition. Noon stays in space in Netflix's Tomorrow and I. Despite Nont and Noon's happy reunion at the end of Black Sheep, the characters don't end up together. Nont discloses having returned to his work on organ printing, and that his company asked him to carry out his research on the moon as part of a colonization program. Nont doesn't get a choice to stay, as ISA makes his relocation a condition for them to take care of his new identity and offer him work. In other words, his body transition comes at the cost of his place in Thailand. As Nont thinks about everything Nont is accomplishing but can't return, he says there's no place for Black Sheep in this world. The title of the episode reveals that, while Noon might have changed, society didn't. Tomorrow and I carries the message that, even if there are technologies that can help transgender individuals live authentically, these don't represent a happy ending against systemic and societal transphobia that denies Black Sheep from having a space that allows them to thrive, be loved, understood, and accepted, but rather casts them to the side or forces them into exile. The real meaning of Paradystopia's ending and why Jess really wanted to open Paradise X. Jess wanted to save sex workers from Thailand's clandestine sex industry. Paradystopia crescendos to Paradise X's disturbing launch, which undermines Jess' journey. After following Paradise X go from a sex-positive effort to a corrupting technology, it's not clear whether Jess failed or accomplished exactly what she wanted. The episode's twist, however, suggests Jess wanted humans to direct their worst and darkest sexual vices to her sex robots to protect real women and children. The revelation that her mother's clandestine work practice led to Jess being sexually exploited explains why she always saw Paradise X as an empowering initiative and ignored its potential to incite sexual and gender violence.